From the heart of Wayne County, this is Wayne Goldsboro Television, Goldsboro, North Carolina. Today is June 22nd, 2016. It is a Wednesday, midweek already, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Pat Garner, and we are at the walking path at the Senior Center.
This is a great location here. There's a nice walking path that's surrounded by a fence, and the path itself is asphalt, and this is just a great place. And we're under kind of a pergola or a what do you call this? A picnic place. That's what this is, because we got picnic tables here. Anyway, this is just a really nice little what?
Oh my gosh.
What?
Maria?
What dude I did?
Wayne Alley.
What dude I did?
Oh my goodness, this is a shelter.
Yeah, that's it, a shelter. That's it.
Oh gosh.
Shelter. Okay, here we go. You ready? Of course you're ready. In
Just
five.
pick back up that you're under the shelter.
No, I want to start again. Can I start
Oh
again?
gosh, okay.
Well, that way, I have to do any cutting or anything like that. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today is June 22nd, 2016. It's a Wednesday, midweek already, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Pat Garner, and we are at the walking path at the Senior Center.
At the Senior Center at 2001 East Ash Street. This is a really nice walking path here. You can see behind us there, the path itself is asphalt paved. We're standing under a nice shelter here with picnic tables and everything where people could actually come out, spend a little time, relax, kick back, read a book, do things. I mean, get out here and walk. This is a great location here. We're completely, everything is completely surrounded by a fence except where you enter out there at the parking lot in front of the Senior Center, which is also, this is also the location of the Veteran Services Office and the location of Literacy Connections, Wayne County Literacy Connections, all that in one campus here at 2001 East Ash Street, Goldsboro. We're glad you're with us here on this Wednesday morning, right?
Yes.
Lots of stuff happening around the area. Yesterday, the Wayne County Commissioners met, and the Board of Commissioners covered a lot of things, but I think one thing that was really striking and stood out to everyone was they approved the budget. Wayne County 2016-17 budget was approved by commissioners, but it was not a unanimous vote. It was a split decision, the vote 4-3. And if you would like to get details, you're more than welcome to go to our YouTube channel and watch the meeting yourself. And that web address, you can get to it by going to our website at waynegov.com, waynegov.com. And in the upper right-hand corner, there's a little red dot. It looks like an arrow or something. Anyway, that'll take you to our YouTube channel.
And don't forget, the Board of Elections has a precinct official position that is a paid position. You can go to waynevotes.com, or you can contact Board of Elections at 919-731-1411.
You know what? I forgot all about that.
Yep.
That's exactly right. Their webpage, waynevotes.com.
That's it.
Good one. Let's see now. We talked about that, and we talked about this, we talked about that. All kinds of stuff going on at the Farmers Market. Now, today is Wednesday. That means Farmers Market is up and running this morning a little after 8 o'clock, and they'll be there all day. At the Farmers Market on Herman Street, they're at Herman Park in the parking lot, and it's going great guns. I love fresh veggies. They got all kinds of goodies there. They got squash, they got green beans, they got all kinds of corn, they've even got eggs and other things as well that you wouldn't expect to find at a farmer's market. Somebody's selling jewelry, somebody's selling DVDs. Anyway, not DVDs that they created, all right, their own creation. Anyway, that's at the farmer's market. And plants and flowers, that's at the farmer's market on Herman Street, the Goldsboro Farmer's Market, every Wednesday and Friday. And just go and have a good time, because I tell you what, I love going over there. And every once in a while I might, when their back's turned, I'll grab a bite of something, and it's the fun part. Okay? Okay. All right. Meryl Streep's having a birthday today. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, I don't have that. I mean, I don't have that. But
What's
she
going
is.
on at the senior center?
At the senior center, they have caregiver classes. These East Point Geriatric Adult Mental Health Specialty Team offering caregiver classes at the Peggy M. Seeger Senior Center on East Ash Street. That's right here where we are. The classes are held on the fourth Monday of each month. It begins at 5:30 p.m., goes for an hour. These hour-long classes are geared for those who are caring for or have interest in the geriatric population. 1 hour of continuing education will be given for each participant at the end of the class. Now, June's class will be June 27th. This is the 27th. This is next week at 5:30 p.m. 5:30 p.m. That's next Monday night. The topic will be caring for the caregiver. Caregivers need care as well. It's not an easy job caring for the elderly. There's no charge and no age requirement for the class. If you'd like more information, call Paula Edwards at 705-1785, 919-705-1785. That's just one of the many, many things going on at the Senior Center at 2001 East Ash Street in Goldsboro. You know, I was talking with Paula the other day. This thing's been open about 4 years now, and I couldn't believe
Really?
it's been 4 years.
It don't seem like that.
It does not. It does not seem like it. But it's a gorgeous place, and they keep it immaculate. They offer classes in exercise equipment. They offer lunch by the wages people for those who receive the Meals on Wheels.
Yep.
They offer, gee whiz, pinochle and bridge and all kinds of card games. They offer exercise classes, even arthritis exercise classes, and chair exercises for those who are not real mobile. But it's free to join if you're a Wayne County resident and you're 60 and above.
Don't they have some that's 55 and above?
They have some classes that are 55 and above. Thank you very much. I stand collected. Goldsboro Municipal Golf Course, gmgc.com, gmgcgolf.com. If you're a golfer or you want to take up the game, that's where you can go and inexpensively practice your shots. They've got a driving range. It's just really outstanding. They've got it's a full 18-hole course. It's beautiful out there. It's beautiful out there. Goldsboro Municipal Golf Course. They are open lots of hours, a whole bunch of hours, and and I know it's on here somewhere, but you'll have to guess.
How about just calling them? 919.
Yes. What's that number?
735-0411.
That's what I was going to say. 919-735-0411. Their website is gmgcgolf.com. Anyway, there's a whole, and it's a full-blown golf course. They also offer carts, and it's very inexpensive to play. Anyway, they got them all for you. Their prices and booking are available if you want to call out there at 735-0411. The driving range, you can get on that driving range and just knock a bucket of balls out of there for $40 a month.
Wow.
$40 a month. $50 for the whole family.
Don't forget the foot golf.
A month. And foot golf is here. Foot golf on Saturdays and Sundays after 2 o'clock. Now, that's not when you'd want to go out and play a round of golf necessarily. But foot golf is soccer balls and no soccer cleats allowed. But foot golf is a new sport that combines soccer and golf. Anyway, moving on here. What else do we have here? We got the broadband survey. Wayne County wants to improve our internet services here in Wayne County. And whether you have broadband service or not, whether you already have internet access or not, they need you to fill out this survey. There's only 11 questions involved. And if you already have it, that's fine. If you don't have it, that's fine too. But call and take this survey. They don't want to know your name, but they will need your address to kind of pinpoint where the problems are in the county. It's open until July 1st. After that, they close it up. But see, they're trying to let the state of North Carolina know we need help here. Not everybody in Wayne County has immediate access to the internet. Some people have to get to it through satellite or through their smartphone. And that can be very expensive, and it can also be very inconvenient. So we want to make it as easy as possible for everybody. Everybody's entitled to the internet. They are. And to get on and do the survey, you either go online to waynegov.com, and down below current events, current topics, is a link that'll take you right to the survey. Or you can call 919-731-1650, and they will mail you a copy of the survey. Or you can call 919-731-1650, and they will ask you the questions on the survey. Or you can go to the public library in Mount Olive, in Goldsboro, in Pikeville, in Fremont, or in the tax office at the courthouse in Goldsboro. All of those locations have the survey, and if you would just go ahead and fill it out. It takes only a minute, and we'd appreciate that.
Yep.
That'll help a lot. Okay, tomorrow, not tomorrow, but yeah, tomorrow, ribbon cutting at the Habitat stores tomorrow. Yep. Okay, that's Thursday at 11:30 tomorrow at 124 124 East Mulberry Street. East Mulberry Street, downtown Goldsboro, right around the corner from the City Hall at the Habitat Restore. They're going to have their ribbon cutting because they're now officially a member of the Chamber of Commerce of Wayne County. Woohoo! Anyway, that's what's going on tomorrow. We ready?
Ready.
We're going to go to our interview, and we will be back. Today we're at the Red Cross office at 600 North George Street here in Goldsboro, and we walk in and we discover there are quilt makers in the back room. And we're talking with Sally Pope. Hey.
Hi.
Hi. What these little tiny squares and triangles will end up going into a quilt.
That's correct.
You're ironing each little piece.
Right. Well, first you have to cut them up.
You got to cut them.
Then you sew them back together, and then and then you.
Look, I got a small brain. Okay, I can't keep up with so much. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's why they call us crazy.
Oh, okay.
Because we take a perfectly good piece of fabric and we cut it
up into small
and then we
pieces.
sew it back together in different pieces.
Oh, okay.
I
got it.
And then you have to iron them and press them open, and then you sew these to each other and make a big quilt. So it's crazy.
I understand. Okay, so where do you get these little pieces of fabric?
Well, there's different patterns that you can do and put things together. This is called a half square triangle.
A half square triangle.
Because the triangle is half of a square.
Got it.
See,
that I understand.
I taught math.
Oh,
so,
did? Okay.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
Well, you're a good teacher.
Well,
I got that.
Anyway, so you can put them together in lots of different ways, and they make a pattern themselves when you put them together, because the whites will form a certain pattern, and then the colors will form a pattern.
Gotcha.
So this is just one of the most useful types of blocks to put together. And then you put them together in blocks, and then you sew the blocks together, and then you put the top, that makes the top. And then you put the top and batting and a back together, and then you sew through all three layers, and that becomes a quilt.
It seems to me, and you were a math teacher.
I was, yes.
Where?
Rosewood for 30 years.
30 years?
Yep. Yeah.
It seems to me that if you really wanted to and get involved with this, that math would apply greatly.
It does, and the one thing that most students hated the most was fractions.
Really?
And we use a lot of fractions. Yeah.
I love fractions.
Well,
of
but
course,
yeah,
I'm a little different, too.
But there's a lot of math involved,
Yeah.
and a lot of color coordinating, finding color choices. And everybody, as you can see from the quilts that we have out, everybody has a different color palette, and they like different colors. Blue is mine. Everybody knows that blue is my color.
You're a blue person.
I am a blue person.
You're blue, yeah.
Yes. And but other people will put colors together that I like. I just wouldn't have chosen them. So it's just what's nice is to see all the different color palettes that people will come up with. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. We're going to talk to some more people.
Good.
By the way, the name of this organization, I just learned, is the Cotton Club Quilt
Guild.
Very
good. You
I
got
knew
3
that.
out of 4.
I got 3 out of 4. That's right. That's 75%. Three
That's
quarters.
pretty good.
All right. That's 6/8 or 12/16.
Very
Or
good.
I go all the
forever,
way.
yeah,
I
I
can
know.
go on forever with that. Anyway, let me talk to somebody else.
Help yourself.
Thank you, Sal.
No,
We're
finish
talking with
Ann Burns.
Hey, Ann. Ann, you are sewing together these little pieces of fabric that Sally was talking about. And so tell me about your machine here. It looks like it has a little age on it, does it?
It does. This is a Singer featherweight. They were very common in use for probably about 20 years or so. This one belonged to my mother.
Ah, okay.
And so I've had it for about 10 years now. So it's made in 1950. And
So it's over 60, it's 66 years old.
Yep.
Wow.
They're lightweight. They're very easy for people to travel with. They sew remarkably well.
Now, what part of the quilt are you working on?
This is the top. This, I started out with small pieces. There's a big box of them over there. And just started sewing them together.
Toss that over here. There. Oh, you start with something like this.
Just scraps of fabric left over from other quilts, or when there's not enough to make a bigger block.
I understand a lot of the fabric is donated to you.
Yes, sir, it is.
All right. And do we want to say from where it comes? Or is it just different places?
It's different places. It's usually people in the community. A lot of times, ladies who have sewn for a long time have health issues and can no longer do that, and they decide to donate their fabric to an organization or someone that can use it.
Is this mainly just bolts of fabric, or
no, it can be
anything?
Some of it is just small pieces, quarter of a yard at a time. And those tend to end up in quilts like the one I'm making and the one Pat's making that's laid out there on the table, where they're scraps, and we just put them back together.
Wow. Okay.
Life hands you scraps, you make a quilt.
We learned that Sally Pope was a blue person. Do you have a preference as far as color?
I tend towards the blues, but when I'm making quilts here, it's whatever fabrics pop out of the box.
Okay. Whatever's there, you go for it,
Well,
right?
because these are just relative light and dark patches, and I just make sure, like this will be one block here. I just make sure there's no duplicates in the block.
And this pattern, if you will, I see a dark, light, right? Okay. And then something else and something else. And then the same thing pretty much here. So you alternate the colors that you try not to get them.
The color values.
Exactly, the color values. So there's actually a lot of thinking that goes into this, isn't there?
Well, it's called a no peeky technique, because you're not supposed to really look as you pull them out.
Oh, okay. So it's
So-
just, you're supposed to be at random.
Right, and not really say, well, I kind of like this one next to this one, or maybe not. And, the only way to keep two pieces of fabric together is with thread. So once you put the thread on, the fabric's happy.
The fabric is then happy.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk to Pat over here, if we will swing around. And Pat, what's your name?
My name is Pat Tull.
Pat Tull. All right. And what are you doing?
Well, I am finishing the top for that quilt that's laid out over there.
There's a quilt on the table here. You're
Right.
finishing the top. Now, what is she doing that you're not doing, or vice versa?
Well, I'm going to do what they call sashing between those blocks. I'm going to put black fabric like this one that's right there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Between them, and then at the intersection of the blacks, I'm going to put this small pinwheel
A pinwheel.
to reflect the larger pinwheels that are in the blocks.
I see that.
So that'll make the top for a charity quilt.
So would you be the finisher, if you will?
Well, everybody finishes their own quilt, but
Oh, okay. But that's your quilt then.
that's mine, yeah.
Now, I see those blocks laid out. Each pinwheel is a separate square, and then they'll all be sewn
Right.
together with the black in between.
Right.
All right. Okay.
So
Very
I try to make a charity quilt every month. And
Every month.
every month. Since I retired in May of 2008, I've made about 35 charity quilts, one a month.
35. My good. And from where did you retire?
I retired from Goldsboro Milling, or Butterball now.
Yeah, okay. Very good. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Pat Tull. And do you work outside the home, or are you retired,
No,
or
I'm
what?
retired as well.
You retired from?
The U.S. Air Force.
Well, bless your heart. That's great. All right, retired Air Force.
Yes, sir.
And how long have you been here in Goldsboro then?
About 10 years.
I take it the Air Force brought you here.
Yes.
Okay. All right, about 10 years. Well, thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you.
Talking with Sally Pope again. Sally, what happens to these quilts?
Well, we donate to Red Cross. And just said last month we gave 12 quilts to Red Cross.
Wow.
And we try not to overload them because the storage is an issue. So Ann just keeps them until they need some more. We also give to the dialysis center
Right.
and oncology clinic. And we did at one time send some overseas to Afghanistan for the wounded warriors when they're coming home.
Right.
So, but that's pretty much over now. But that's basically where our donation quilts go.
It's amazing. Well, I thank you very much. Thank you all three for talking to us today.
No problem. Enjoyed it.
The Cotton Club Quilt Guild.
Our quilt guild meets at 6:30 the last Thursday of the month at St. Stephen's, which is 200 North James Street, Episcopal Church, in the parish hall.
Now, if anyone is interested, you would invite new people to come in.
Certainly, anybody can come, and we also have a bee day where we just go sit and sew at the church on the third Saturday. So if anybody's interested, come by and we'll help you get started.
A bee day. I haven't heard that term in a while. It's a sewing bee is what it is, right?
That's exactly right.
Very good.
Quilting bee.
Thank you very much, ladies.
Quite welcome.
We are back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Thank you for being with us. And we're here today at the Senior Center walking path. This is a walking path that's set up outside the Senior Center on East Ash Street for, I guess, anybody who wants to walk out here, because you can easily get in here. You can see there's a paved asphalt walking area. Very, very nice. There's a fenced-in area as well. This is fenced in. And it's enjoyable. And plus, if you wanted to bring out a lunch or something like that, picnic lunch, you could sit here at these picnic tables under this nice shelter and enjoy them. All right. Let's see, what's special about today?
What is special?
Besides the fact that it's Wednesday.
Day?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's Global Smurf Day.
Global Smurf Day. Little blue people. Global. Why is it global? I wonder why. Do we have a reason?
No, I think no.
No?
No.
No? There it is. There it is right there. Ah.
Oh,
I'm dropping papers again. Okay, today's the 22nd, right?
Stupid Guy Thing Day.
Why do I need this? Stupid Guy Thing Day. Is that real? It is.
And Baby Boomers Recognition Day.
I'm going home. Okay.
It's flag today.
It is. Global Smurfs Day, Stupid Guy Thing Day, Baby Boomers Recognition Day. Hello. That's all right. Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, let's see what else we have. Oh yes, today's trivia question. Let's see, I happen to have my trivia question right here. The category is Ben Franklin. You remember him, right? The owner of Franklin Baking Company? Maybe not. Okay, it's somebody else. Okay, Ben Franklin. Aha. Ben Franklin was a man of many talents. Inventor, statesman, politician. But he was also an ambassador at one point. When the US of A became an honest-to-goodness country, when we became an entity amongst ourselves and among ourselves, from 1776, at which time we only declared independence. We did not have a constitution as yet. But in 1785, from 76 to 85, which was about what? That was about 9 years. For a 9-year period, Ben Franklin served as a U.S. ambassador to what other country? That's the trivia question. I'll have an answer for you here a little later on in the program. Okay? Okay. And we did this already. Yes. We did that already. We're doing this already. Already? Yeah, we want to mention the Goldsboro Parks and Recreation Department. They have a lot of programs that fit just about everybody, every group. They have sport and summer camps for youth. They have sports and fitness camps for youth. They have adult sports and fitness programs. They have programs for seniors. They have programs for special populations. All right, we're going to go to our next interview now here on Wayne Goldsboro Television. It's time to talk dogs and cats. Can we do that?
Sure.
We're going to do that. Today we're with Wayne County Animal Advocates here at the courthouse, and we're talking with Krista Suddett. Hey,
Good morning.
how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right, we have a frisky pup here.
This is Bindi, and she is a year old. She is a boxer mix, and she is full of love, and she loves to give kisses.
I see that. She
would
loves
make-
loving.
She does.
You know, and I just couldn't help but notice that Bendy, and you say she's a boxer mix, that makes Bendy a very child-friendly
very
puppy.
friendly.
Very friendly.
Yes, she is.
All right.
She loves kids.
I see. And very protective. That species, the boxer
Yeah,
species,
they
very
are.
protective.
Yeah.
All right, Bendy, woof. You speak woof? Good for you. All right. Now, Bendy is at the Animal Adoption Center.
She is. Yep. She's been there for a couple weeks now, and she definitely needs a home. And she would make a great, partner. She definitely could use a fenced yard because she has some energy.
She does have energy, so
Yes.
it would be good to have a
Yep,
fenced yard.
She is, because she's a year old. She's not, she's not maybe about 40 pounds.
Okay. And she'll get bigger, I presume.
No, this
is it. She's full grown.
Yeah, she's full grown.
Okay, so but I cannot help but notice the sharpness. She's very sharp about everything.
Oh,
Very
she is.
adept, very aware of everything around her.
She is, yep, and she would be a great walking and running partner.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For
Yeah.
exercise, she'd be great.
Bendy, woof. Yeah, she agrees.
Yes, she
yeah,
does.
that's right. All right, and so Bendy can be given a forever home and made a part of the family, right?
Yes, that's
all
what we
right.
hope for her.
So I believe
be a
that's a
family
$50
dog.
fee, right?
It would be $60 with the rabies.
With the rabies,
Yes.
which is $10, so it'd be $60.
Yep.
But what a price to pay! That's a great price
It
to pay
is
for a good friend.
Exactly, for a forever friend.
All right, Wayne County Animal Advocates. You work closely with the Animal Adoption Center.
We do. We shelter with we partner with
Hey.
the shelter.
Hey.
And we just try to get these dogs out to be socialized and see the public, because not everybody wants to go to the shelter.
Right.
So we just try to get them out, and so they can get seen by the public, and more awareness for the public to see the need for spay and neutering, because there are so many animals that are in need for a home.
And that's a big problem, isn't it?
Huge.
That's if we could get that under control, that would be such a
Yes,
great
sir.
thing.
It would be great if everybody would spay and neuter their animal.
Okay.
Yep. And it's
Well-
not just to cut down the population; it is also for the health of the animal.
Exactly. Now we don't want to hog the highlight here with Bendy here, although Bendy's certainly deserving. Who's our little fuzzy friend here?
This is Tinker. She is
Tinker!
a calico, and she is a year old. And her adoption fee is actually sponsored by someone. So she would be, you would just need to go to the shelter, and her adoption fee has been sponsored.
Really?
Yes.
That means once we find a home for Tinker,
Yep.
Tinker
Yep.
can go home,
She can. Yep.
and you don't pay anything.
Nope. Just to have her fixed.
So just have her fixed. That's all, and that's got to be done.
Yep. It has to be done.
So,
She's a very good, sweet cat. Make a great family cat.
Tinker, you got a bell? Meow. Meow. Yeah. Okay. All right. The
She's
quiet
very-
type.
She is quiet, but she's very, very aware of everything and all. And she's very social too.
I can tell. Are you social? She said yes. She is social. Yes.
She's just taking it all in this morning.
I know. And Benny, what do you think? Oh, I heard that. Yes. Say it again. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
So, the Animal Adoption and Education Centers at 1600 Clingman Street here in
Clingman Street.
Goldsboro.
Yes. Yep.
And,
they're open from 12 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, and they're open the first and third Saturday of every month.
And is that 731-1490?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
You're positive?
Yes.
About as much as I am.
Yes.
I think that's right. 731-1490.
I think
All
that
right.
is right.
All right. I think that's right as well.
Yep.
Okay. So, again, open at noon until 5:30, and
Yes.
everybody is invited to come by and take a look. There's Bendy, and there's Tinker, and there's a lot of other animals
There's
out there.
wonderful animals at the shelter right now. The shelter is full. Again, this is a bad time of the year. People, just going on vacation and stuff like that. And I don't really think about coming out to the shelter to adopt an animal. But, we're all about, adopting, not shopping, and, trying to rescue and save a life.
There you go.
That's what
Krista
it's all
Suddeth.
about.
Krista is with Wayne County Animal Advocates, and we appreciate you being here. We'll see
Thank
you
you.
again next week.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Wayne.
so much. Today we're here with Crime Stoppers Coordinator Sergeant Paige Learnard of Crime Stoppers. And how are you doing?
Doing good. Thank you.
Great to have you back in here with us again.
Thank you.
Crime Stoppers out there catching bad guys, and the public can actually benefit from this through reward money.
Right. Who cannot use cash?
I know, everybody can.
I wish I could call in.
But you'd be calling yourself, wouldn't
That's
you?
right. Wouldn't work.
That's right, wouldn't work. All right, let's find out who the bad guys are and see what we can do to catch them.
Well, today is something that happens to, or could happen to, all of us. And us, the ladies out here, sometimes we do not watch our purses as well as we should.
That's true.
And today, that's what I want to talk about. So on May 25th, we had some people visiting us from out of town, and they visited a business on Berkeley Boulevard, like an 800 block. I'm not going to name the business just because it really wasn't the business's fault. They just happened to be at this business. And while they were at the business, someone decided to steal their wallet while their purse, this victim's purse, was set down. And immediately they went to charging, making charges on this victim's credit cards,
Right.
Various credit cards. So they immediately went to Target and to CVS Pharmacy. They made their way to the Crabtree Valley Mall in Raleigh.
Really?
And just immediately started making charges. And fortunately for us, in today's time, we've got some good surveillance photos. Now, we've got several photos that I have posted on our Goldsboro Police Department Facebook website. So the public can always go there and look at a variety of photos. But I wanted to at least share one that has both suspects in it. And hope that somebody out there can take a look at this female and this male and give us an idea of who they think it is.
And there they are, right
Right.
there. And they look very happy
Sure.
as they leave with their stolen credit cards and merchandise from that retailer right there.
Right.
Now, and this was on May 25th, right?
May 25th, and the time that they stole the card was between 12:30 and 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so these purchases were made after that. And like I said, they were made at various times, at various locations, and hopefully somebody will take a look at these pictures, and hopefully they'll share them in other counties, because, obviously our victim was from another county, and they were quick to go to other counties, so, it's a good chance that these suspects may not even live in Wayne County.
Well, somebody here may know them,
Right.
otherwise why would they even be here?
Right.
So, gee whiz, and that's a shame because we have somebody visiting us from out of town, and that's the impression they get of Wayne County, and
Right.
that's not good. We
It's the
don't
last
want,
thing you want to happen.
last thing we want to happen. And you know what? This is so true. What you said at the very beginning is that I can be in a grocery store and I can see where a lady has turned her back on her grocery cart, and it only takes a split second
Yeah.
for something to be stolen, and it's right there in plain view.
Yeah, ladies, we are still leaving our purses. We think that if we leave them in the back seat on the floorboard, that's good. That's not good. And we think that if we just shut them up while they're in the shopping cart while we're pushing groceries, that is not good. We think sometimes if they're on our shoulder and they're wide open, we might be standing in line, but we have people out there that are really good at just quickly slipping in and just grabbing what they want. And there's a lot of people out there that are really good at this, and it seems to be what they do is they don't take their time like they used to. Before, it seems like they would take their time to slowly make purchases, just $10 here, $2 here, and then they would build up. Now it seems like they often will very quickly, immediately go make large purchases. And before you know it, you've got, like this victim had almost $2,000 worth of purchases on her credit cards.
When that happens, do the credit card companies help out with that?
Well, a lot of times they work with them pretty good. And a lot of times it seems like the companies are getting better at catching what seems to be suspicious purchases. But, it's another reason that we have to tell people to monitor what's going on with your cards.
Yeah.
We tell people through crime prevention aspect, don't carry your whole world in your wallet. You know, and we are all so guilty of doing that.
Yeah,
right.
I'm going to check mine very quickly.
We do that.
Oh,
we carry
my whole world is right
we
there.
carry
Gee
everything
whiz.
there. We carry our Social Security card there. We carry our driver's license. We carry everything that the thief needs,
I've got
along
insurance
with
cards.
all of our credit cards.
Insurance and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes we need to think about minimizing that and splitting them up. Do we really need everything in that one spot every day, everywhere we go? And the answer is no.
I have everything here except money.
Right.
So it should be the other way around.
And if you keep doing that, or if you keep leaving your purses out in public, you're going to have less money.
That's right.
And I'll tell you, the companies do work with them, but it's a nightmare and it's a headache for a victim. They have to close their accounts. They've got to go to their bank. They've got to do a lot of steps in order to clean it up.
That's right. And through no fault of their own, they ended up
They're victimized again.
They're victimized again.
Right.
Having to go through all this. So what do you recommend? I know one way is for ladies who carry purses or put them across your shoulder and turn the flap inside.
Yep, that's a very good.
Yeah.
We always tell them if they must leave the purse in the car, put it in the trunk, shut the trunk. If you're gonna leave it out there, we recommend constantly get your free credit reports. That's one thing. A lot of us obtain so many credit cards, we quit paying attention to how many extra cards are really in there. Run your credit checks. You get them for free. Run it and see what's going on. You will be surprised to see how many cell phones might be in your name or utility bills. We get a lot of reports of people getting utility and cell phones in other people's names. And so I would highly suggest running it. It's free. There's no excuse for running it.
You know what? And people would say, well, what can they do with a utility bill?
They just start building it up and
build up a credit.
They build up their own credit, and then they don't pay their utility bill because obviously if they're out there getting a bogus utility account set up, there's no need to pay it because it's not really their account.
That's right.
So yeah, you need to keep checking your credit.
Okay, so if you have any idea who these people are, the number to call is 919-735-2255, and let's look at that photo one more time. 919-735-2255, or you can text at 919-222-4230. We're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television here in Goldsboro, in Wayne County, here at the Senior Center on the walking path here. This is really a great place to come. Really nice and peaceful. Nice trees, nice path to walk on. Really nice. And speaking of the Senior Center, the Peggy M. Seeger Senior Center, today is the 22nd, that's the 2-2. Today, a tutor for computers. Computer tutor in the computer lab beginning at 10 o'clock. It goes until 11:30 this morning. This morning also the celebration of life. We've talked about that many times. That begins this morning at 10 o'clock. If you have a special person in your life who has passed on, you can celebrate their life here at the Senior Center this morning beginning at 10 a.m. The arthritis exercise today at 10:15. A devotional study at 10:30. The jewelry group meets this morning at 12, or this afternoon at 12:30. Women's billiards. Okay, so if you're a woman and you're a billiard, there you go. That begins at 1 o'clock. And beginner's bridge, if you're new to playing bridge, you always wanted to learn how, they're going to have a beginner's bridge class beginning at 2 this afternoon. And that's all at the Senior Center at 2001 East Ash Street, Goldsboro. Okay. See what else we have here. Many voters, by the way, have been getting notices in the mail from a group called Voter Participation Center. If you have received a notice from the Voter Participation Center, be aware that they are not part of the official Wayne County Board of Elections. Board of Elections has nothing to do with this organization. Now, they're not saying one way or the other whether they're legitimate or not. All they're saying is that they're not a part of it. Now, the Voter Participation Center is sending out information that may be erroneous. It may be absolutely incorrect. They're saying that if you get one of these letters, they may be saying that you're not registered to vote when indeed you are. Number one, if you want to take if you want them to take you off their mailing list, you call them in Washington at 202 not 919 at 202-659-9570. 659-9570 in the 202 area code. 202-659-9570, and tell them to take you off their mailing list. All right? Okie dokie. Coming up, the 4-H camp this week. Actually, today's Wednesday, so by the time you get there, it'll be over. Next week, June 28th, right?
Yep.
All right. June 28th will be a day on the Pamlico River.
Wow, I think I'll go join that one.
My goodness, I think I will too. Join everyone as they arrive at the North Carolina Estuarium in Little Washington. Little Washington. They're going to learn about wetlands, amphibians, and more. They're going to walk over to the park for a picnic on the river provided by the famous Bill's Hot Dogs. You know where that is. It's in Wilson. Included 2 Red Hots, chips, and a 20-ounce drink. And after the picnic, you'll be headed to the Bayview Aurora Ferry to cross over to Aurora Fossil Museum to dig through the pit of the Pungo and learn all about fossils. Now, you want to bring plenty of sunscreen, comfortable shoes, and a little extra spending money for the gift shops. The cost of this trip is $15. It's for youngsters between the ages of 9 and 12 only.
Well, that just went
Well,
out of the...
Well, I can act like
Out for me
act like a
anyway.
9-year-old, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, you know that. Anyway, this will be from 8 o'clock in the morning until 5, and everybody, this is only a one-day trip, from 9 to 12 years of age, and the date on this is June 28th, so you want to get on this right away. Wayne Center, and everybody will be put into the same van, maximum of 10 people only. 10 kids between the ages of 9 and 12. The cost is only $15 for this. That's amazing. Okay. Well, that's going to wrap it up for
What's
today.
the trivia answer?
Trivia answer to today's question. The question was, Ben Franklin was a U.S. ambassador. Once our fledgling nation actually got underway, he was appointed U.S. ambassador to what country? Well, between 1775 and 1776 and 1785, Ben Franklin was the ambassador to France. They loved him. He was there for several years. Well, he was there for 9 years. They loved Ben Franklin, and he loved the French. The food, the French, he did. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today. We'll do this again tomorrow. We begin at 7 a.m. The show repeats at noon. Then the show will re-repeat at 5:30 p.m. Hope you're able to join us. Until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
I'm Pat Garner.
And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television.